Welcome to Code with Vinod. In this video, we will learn services and dependency injection. Services are the angular feature which provides us the way to use some kind of functions, or we can say some, for example, database connectivity functions. So we can use some functionality with multiple components. Also, we can use these services with let's say multiple module level as well. So services basically work with, or we can say we use with dependency injection. So let's say we declare some services on the basis of some label. So let's say we have some dependency injection type. So when we create our services as a root label, so we can access the service on entire web application. So in case of second one is platform level. So if we use platform level, so we can use our services one level above this root level. And third and fourth one are the same, means we have providers. So we can specify some components inside the providers. So in the providers, view providers and providers are same, but different is providers can we can use anywhere, but in case of view providers, we cannot use that service with ng content. So ng content we will discuss more in later videos. And last one is null injector. So in case let's say service is not found, so NullInjector will raise some error. It will return some error. So these are the services and dependency injection. So let's do the code one by one for the services. So let's come on our Visual Studio Code. So now we will create a service. So let me stop my server, and we will create service using ng g generate s for service. Then let's say I created a service data store. So I will create, let's say uh, we can say my web db. So this is the service. So it is creating. So let's come on front end meanwhile. So let's say we have our website. So we will create some testing data in this service, and we will try as per by clicking on, let's say if I click on cross or shoe. So on the basis of selection, we will take some data on the basis of some parameter. So we will pass some parameter from components to service. So let's come back and start our server. So now our first step would be to create some data inside my WebDB service. So here we will create a function, let's say my data. So this is our function, and we will take some params. Let's say type any, and we will take a interface. So I have created this interface like this. Let me copy it and save here. So our interface is a string. So let me remove this. So it's a dictionary, and key type is string, and my dict is a dictionary. So I have taken shoe and close data, so to check, and we will pass param. Then we will return my dict. So I will copy this inside our function, and I will pass the parameter. Parameter is para. Save it. Now we will call this functionality inside our component. We will import it. So here I will import. So I will take dot dot then my DB service, and I will call this class name my DB service. Save it, and then we will create constructor. So constructor we will use, let's say our class object is creating, then it will call it. So while instantiating our object, our constructor will call. So take a variable. Let's take some parameter with prefix underscore. We can take anything. You can say data. Then call assign this service. And here we will take, let's say I'm taking an array. My data is equal to array, then I will assign the data from service to this array. So this dot this variable underscore data dot my data, and we will pass, let's say, clause, and check. Now it will work. So now we have assigned our means data from our my web service. So we have called this function, and we are passing parameter from here. And the component label, we have called this service in constructor. So once this class object instantiate, then it will call, and it will assign the data on this my data array. So I will use this my data inside the component. So here I will use, let's say on top level we can use enter. So here is, let's say, para star ng4 equal to let item of my data. Then close it, and we will print the item. Let's come on website. If I click on shoe, nothing. If I click on close, so it should print. Let's see why it is not printing. So we have taken that item of my data, and let's check in the component. This is my data, this dot data is equal to this. Okay, let's check the parameter if it is correct or not in the service. So parameter is not correct. Let's copy this and try to pass the exact parameter. So now we can see we are able to get the value. So same thing we will use, same service we will use inside our shoe component. So let me copy the same constructor. Let me copy up to my data, and here, and we will call this service as well. So we have imported this service as well, and we will use the same HTML as well. So we can use, let's say, if I use this for loop, let me remove this, and I will use this for loop inside our para. Let's close this para. Sorry, we will use div class. So I want to iterate or I want to get the instance as per of instance of card. So let's say we have declared for clause. So we have multiple. So as per data count, and if I use the same for shoe, let me copy it and inside the shoe component. So benefit would be we don't need to declare this thing, these card again and again. So if I take only one card and remove rest, then on the basis of selection it will print like this. And so same thing, it is printing in the clause component, it is printing all the card multiple times. So as per data, so let's change the data and try to send the parameter. So in the service, so let's try. So we will keep for shoe 2 and for 1 comma 2 comma 3 for clause 3 instance. So if I click on shoe, so we have 3 because we are getting on the shoe. So let's pass the parameter on the basis of selection. So let's come on component wise. So we have shoe component and here we are passing clause, and in the clause component and the shoe, so here we will pass shoe. And if I come here, so here we have only 1 and 2, and for clause we have 1 2 and 3. So why I'm showing this, because in array, or we can get the all the detail in this array for let's say for any card. So we can assign the value to each card using for loop. We no need to keep multiple card, so we can update a single card with the help of for loop feature. So uh, in the clause, sorry, yeah, here let's say I'm taking only single card. So in this array I can get multiple value and we can update. Let's say item, in the item let me take some name as well. So in the db let me take uh, my, so for shoe let me take s1 s2 shoe, and for cloth c1 c2 and c3. So we can take the image as well, means complete data. And how I will use this exact data name, so in the HTML I will use item, and in the name I will take item dot, sorry, I will take item only, and let me remove the rest card. Same I will take for shoe, this is item. So we can see for clause c1 c2 c3, and for shoe we have s1 and s2. So also we can access some means API. We can call some API in this service, and on the basis of selection we can fetch the data. So I will create the API as well in next video tutorials. So thanks for watching.